Hello, all my pre-gamers hanging out in the parking lot, getting a couple of shots in before the show starts. I figured I'd send the comedian home early and come out and headline this act myself. Hello, I saw all you people out here. Oh, by the way, Poison Ivy arms. Yeah. Let's start it out. I was wearing free hugs shirts and giving Poison Ivy hugs to people out in my new town, and it was very lovely. I call it spread the love, spread the love, free hugs with Poison Ivy arms. It's awesome. Yeah, so look at that, and some of this is for me to document my own demise. So I like to do that. Hello, everybody. There's so many of you. There's Hans. There's Jason. There's Zach. There's Mike. There's Pizza Giraffe. There's Ray Kelly. There's Daniel Pyle. There's our own producer, Jill. There's Jason Geis. Geis? Do I say that name? See, I don't. Jason Geis. I like that. It rhymes with ice, and no one's cooler than ice. Flash is here. Happy day of the dude. The dude is abiding. The dude is abiding wherever he is. And then Potato's here. Sorry for not seeing you, Potato. John Doe's here. John Doe. That's not ominous at all, John Doe. What we're going to do is we're going to check in with the Magic Duff Bucket. Pizza Giraffe is back. Was Pizza Giraffe ever gone? Pizza Giraffe is the omniscient, omnipresent giraffe with some sausage and mushrooms. Mitch is here. Can we all agree it's been a week? It's been a week. Magic Duff Bucket thinks it's been a week. And for that, the final Jeff Word Stout. The last one on the channel. We're going to look at it lovingly. We're going to savor it. We're going to sip it deliciously. And we're going to look forward with positivity. Maybe a tear in the eye, a lump in the throat, and a belly full of 11% ABV. Yo! So, anyway, it has been a week since we've last met. I don't know if you have anything to confess. Forgive me, Jeff, for I have sinned. It has been 1 week since your last confession. Now, this is a cure-all for poison ivy. Mitch, would that be false? I can say that, right? You're not going to get sued or anything. If you get poison ivy and you drink Jeff Word Stout, not only will it cure your poison ivy in a matter of 30 seconds, but you won't care if it doesn't. You'll just drink it. You'll just drink it down and you'll say, poison ivy is just has every right to be ivy. And then your brain cells will start to wither and pop like microwave popcorn that was left in the microwave too long. You ever take it out too early and it pops in your hand and then you accidentally pull out a gun and shoot it because your reflexes are so good and you've been a paid assassin for so long that when something pops in your hand, you just kill it. I mean, it happens to me all the time. All the time. Because my reflexes are such that, I mean, I'm not bragging, The downside is that if you don't already have poison ivy, it could possibly give you poison ivy. That's the chance you take. But again, you just drink more. This is a medicine show. I don't know if you knew that. Medicine, some homeopathy is going to happen. And most of it is the medicinal properties of Rapture Brewing. And I'm not overpromising. This is a guarantee Mitch and Rapture Brewing have made. You can drink this to cure pretty much anything. Toe fungus, elephantitis of the earlobes, very specific elephantitis. These swollen nipple syndrome, all of it's very effective. I've had a lot of negative commentary directed towards Subpress for their pricing recently, but I was thrilled with their announcement today for that Gene Wolfe horror story collection. Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't have Sub Press on a thing. And then I saw their email and I'm like, do I even talk about Sub Press anymore? Like, I haven't purchased from them. Well, I got Fishing for Dinosaurs because it was, a clearance sale. But Christopher's here. Good evening, Christopher. Ive Manos is here. Sorry, I didn't question. Do you have any thoughts on cigars? Drew Estate cigars. Drew Estate cigars for people who aren't like real men, like me. Like I'm not a real man. So I smoke the Drew Estate cigar because it's got a fun flavor and it's like cigars for men who wished they were men, like manly men. You can aspire, but while you do so, smoke a Drew Estate. I don't care. I make no apologies. I don't care. But I like Drew Estates. I did have a Cuban cigar once when I was in Ireland. There's no embargo between that Caribbean island and Violence Island, which is Ireland, Violence Island. So I didn't but anyway, Sub Press, yeah, they with that email that came out, I'm like, it just kind of shot over my head. Like there's so much of what Sub Press offers that I just don't care about. They've become they're borderline unsubscribe, borderline for me. Though I do like what they do. I don't know. I've never read Gene Wolfe, though. Have known about him for a long time, but figured his dense, illusory science fiction style wasn't for me. Thinking maybe this horror collection. I'm Peter Brady, going through puberty right here live. It's also Rapture will send you back to puberty, or it'll accelerate your puberty. But you shouldn't be drinking it if you're under the age of 12. Right, Mitch? Rapture Brewing allows you to drink up after the age of 12. You can have a Rapture Brew. Are we going to see Jill's shelves? Hey, Jill, I warned you about that. I warned her. Hey, guys, I warned her. I said, you got a week. And then today I said, are you ready to show them tonight? Because they're going to want to see them. Not tonight. Okay, that was her big defense. She came in here. She like drew a big breath. She was like, and usually when she does that, I'm like, she's going to unload. She turns oxygen into ammunition. And I'm like, get ready, put on the Kevlar, she's going to take your head off. And she went, and then she realized anything she said might be picked up by the microphone. And then she stopped. This is the best deterrent I've ever had to getting yelled at. I'm recording, Jill. You can't yell at me now. The abuse happens off camera and off mic. Though tonight, guys, because I said that, I'm going to let the camera and live stream run. I'm going to say goodnight. I'm going to walk away. I'm going to pretend I went off so you guys can hear the fireworks after the show. It's called After Dark with Jill. Okay. No, we're not going to see her shelves at all. Probably ever. Pizza Giraffe and Burger Giraffe. The big showdown. Oh, Burger Giraffe can't do nothing. Burgers are much more limited than pizzas. Jeff, I have a serious question. What if producer Jill got you a sacrificial altar as a desk? What do you think would happen? Well, I wouldn't turn into a best-selling author overnight, but I also wouldn't do any sacrificing on it except for time. I would kill time on it. I'd murder the shit out of time. But other than that, yeah, I would love it. I would love it. Order the English version of Boys in the Valley from Forbidden Planet. Oh, thank you for telling me that. I didn't even realize you could. I should. Yes, Mitch says you must be at least 12 to drink Rapture Brewing. Now that's one of the owners of Rapture Brewing is saying legally, this is legally binding, Mitch. You can drink Rapture when you're 12. Wolf is typically either love or hate. I don't know anyone that is middle of the road with Wolf. For me, he is an all-time favorite. Well, maybe I got to check him out. His name pops up around the circles, but geez, I've been reading this all of February and it's March. This is 11/22/63. I got to admit, it did drag a little bit. It did. You better hope you don't see those shelves. Oh, potato's upset. So it kind of dragged a little bit, but it's getting to a fantastic part right there. I don't know if you're like me, but sometimes when I get to a super fantastic part, I stop reading because I want to pick the exact right time to read it. Like I want to know that I'm going to have undisturbed reading time, and I don't want to get in the middle of an awesome part. So I stop it. I save it, I wrap it up, I put it in the freezer. And then I pull it out with my 12-year-old, and we both have a Rapture brew and a Drew Estate cigar. He smokes the cigars and drinks the beers with me. If we can't see Jill's shelves, then I demand we see Jill. That ain't happening either. That ain't happening. Oh, you guys, man. She's probably going to peel off all my poison ivy skin tonight for giving her a hard time. I believe this is the first time Sub Press has done a complete volume of Wolf. He's appeared in some of their anthologies. Hoping there is more to come. Oh, excuse me. That's Ivy coming out. I'm an Ivy League. Oh, I should have named the stream Ivy League. Yeah. I should have named it that. I was wrestling a tree out in my front acre. And I was wrestling around. And then a couple days later, the tree was down. But the ghost of the tree infested me. So what if someone named Hamburger Pizza Giraffe joins us? Ooh, Hamburger Pizza Giraffe. There is a cheeseburger pizza. There's a pizza chain around me, and they really push that cheeseburger pizza. They're like, I mean, they almost took it. I felt like I was in a foreign country disrespecting their God or something when I said, no, I don't want a cheeseburger pizza. I just would like, a good pizza, and they kind of looked at me like, what'd you say? Did you say you didn't want a cheeseburger pizza? Like, wait, huh? And I barely made it out of that gas station. A brawl would ensue. Wolf's Book of the Sun sure has its fans. Sure makes one think he's worth checking out. I think all authors are worth checking out, don't you? I mean, if you have time and you have the money and you have the luxury of time and money, check out as many authors as you can. I will say, if you're someone that has no interest in rereading, Wolf may not be your bag. I've read many of his books 3 or 4 times, and there's still more to uncover from the text. That's awesome. So that's just hearing that description makes it sound like that's an author I want to read. I like that. But if it's super inaccessible, I don't like that. So it all depends on that. Like, for example, Blind Sight by Peter Watts. Amazing book. But some of that's like, Beef Daddy didn't know what was happening. Someone tell Beef Daddy what happened, and I didn't know. And but I do want to reread it because that is a brilliant book. So it's worth the reread. I actually smoked authentic Cuban cigars when I had temporary duty assignment in Saudi Arabia in the 90s. They were exquisite. Check this out. I don't know if I have any viewers from Saudi Arabia, but my CEO of the marketing firm I worked at, he went to Saudi Arabia. He was really trying to get a lot of international business. And he went there, and he said, I've been all around the world. I've been to South Africa. I've been, Philippines, all over the place. And he was so excited to go to Saudi Arabia. He'd never been there. And they put him on like this sort of gated community that's reserved for people who don't come from Saudi Arabia, people who live out of country and are just visiting. And his handlers told him, if you want to go anywhere, just let us know. We'll go with you. He goes, well, I kind of like to explore on my own and see what's what. And they're like, yeah, maybe don't. Maybe you don't want to walk around and run afoul of the religious police who uphold Sharia law. Maybe you don't want to do that, my friend. Maybe you just want to stay where you are. And while he was there, he heard news of a pleasant gathering in the town square where they were going to behead a maid because she fought back against her employer who was abusing her at the time. She scratched him, so she got beheaded. A maid from the Philippines. So then we concluded our business in Saudi Arabia and we didn't go back. But I hope that Cuban cigar was good. Chris, I was TDY at King Abdul Aziz AB in Dhahran. No cigars though. I was wow. That's where I was the first time. Just ordered a box of cigars, bought a bottle of scotch and some Philip Fracassi novel. Well, there you go. There you go. I mean, you just, what you do is you get the scotch and you drink it and you read. Second time was just after the Khobar bombing, so we had to move to Prince Sultan AB. My copies of Thunderstorms, Behold the Void, and Beneath the Pale Sky arrived today, still boxed up, but looking to get them mothers out. Get them mothers out. Kick out the jams. Well, they are beautiful books, and they're even better when you read them. I'm getting babysat right now. This is really weird. I think I mentioned producer Jill too many times because now she's like in the studio audience. She's not armed, but just that story makes me want to not go to Saudi Arabia. I'm a fearful man, and they got good food, I'm sure. Okay, Jill says they got good food, so she just didn't want you to hear her say that. What's my take on the long walk? Well, I got signed long walk and slaughterhouse. My long walk is taking the long way to my house. Currently, my unsigned, which shipped over a week ago, is hanging out in Atlanta. I think it's joined a protest in Atlanta, and it wants to speak truth to power or something. I don't know what it's doing in Atlanta. It said it departed Atlanta, and it never made it to my city. But the signed one, which shipped a week later, should get to me maybe tomorrow or the day after. So I don't know. I don't have it yet. I know that there's all kinds of goodies with it. Like there's a chapbook, no king signature, and that's in my notes to apologize to all you cats and kittens that I hyped it and I just said my spidey senses are tingling and it could have been onset of poison ivy. I don't know. But I said maybe there'd be a king. I didn't have any information. I think I was clear on that. It just felt like there was something about this release that was going to go above and beyond, and there was no king signature. So I apologize wholeheartedly to you that there was no Stephen King signature or any other huge surprise. I know there's a chapbook. Now, I don't know if I'll get a chapbook. Were there some people that weren't getting one? I saw some Fantastic Four chapbooks and then some other ones. So I don't know if there's a uniformity in the chapbook or if the slipcase was just a little too small or too big. And so there needed to be stuffings in there. I don't know. Chapbook had a scratch. Wonder if he has spares. Huh. Well, that sucks. My Slaughterhouse 5 is due on Wednesday. I think The Long Walk was a beautiful production. Though, as much of a Centipede Press fanboy as I am, I do think the price hike on the signed was a bit much for a limitation and a slipcase. Well, and a couple of signatures, right? So, you do get a smaller limitation, you do get a signature page, and you do get a slipcase. But yeah, that's a leapfrog in price, which is some of the reason why I thought we were getting a little something extra. With that bump to go from 95 to 260 for a slipcase. But again, I don't have both books to compare, Yeah, I regret not getting The Long Walk. Maybe someday. The chapbook is really just a little advertisement. Okay. Yeah, I think the secondary is going to deflate a little bit on The Long Walk. I think a lot of people initially were putting that signed one up, in the pre-order phase for buku bucks, but I don't think that bears uh, the value of that early FOMO price. I doubt it'll get back up to that height. Because I think the reaction's similar. People are wondering, well, what's the difference? A slipcase and a glued in page, a tipped in signature sheet. I don't care. I think Centipede Press is amazing. And that is a great book that I'm sorely due for a reread on. So I don't really mind. I'm almost tempted to sell the limited one on eBay, upwards of 800. I know. I think it'll deflate though. Keep your eyes really. And Mike does not feel it's worth it at all. Unless he does more signed Bachman. Well, if you got in on the ground floor of something, okay, I could see you're paying for those rights. But they'd have to be signed. Could you imagine? Well, no, I just had a thought. I go, what if he does at least 2 more? He probably would never do Rage, but maybe instead of Rage, he does Thinner or Blaze or something. Well, I don't know if he would do Blaze, but you'd have The Long Walk, The Running Man, Road Work, and then like Thinner in a slipcase. But the signed one had its own slipcase. There you go. Maybe I'd get The Running Man. Yeah, I would get any Bachman book that Centipede Press did. I probably wouldn't get both, though. I wouldn't get the unsigned and the signed. Not enough reason to do that. No need to double dip because you're already getting the better one. And as far as Slaughterhouse 5, why isn't it Slafter House? Slafter House. English is a goofy hobby we all share. But my Slaughterhouse should get here maybe tomorrow, maybe. But UPS is telling me it'll be Wednesday. So UPS is usually never early. Like they were today, actually. No, they weren't. You're a liar, Jeff. You're a dog-faced pony soldier. Lying dog-faced pony soldier. Let's get the verbiage right. And let's hope for a limited edition of Rage. Yes. Retitled Getting It On. That would be amazing. So Getting It On was the original working title. And I don't think King would allow for Rage. I don't think that'll ever occur. Unless Jared just does the bootleg route. Yeah, that ain't going to happen. Blaze would be awesome. Very underrated Bachman book. I liked it. I think King called it a 3 hanky weeper, and he felt it wasn't worthy and blah, blah, blah. I thought it was great. I enjoyed it. Nobody would ever get the rights to Rage. No. Nope. Subscribers were just today offered an opportunity to purchase an unsigned copy. Oh, after our signed were previously sent out. I expect at least some of the subscribers will pass on the unsigned. Okay, so there will be a batch available. That is good news. That is good news for those who missed out. Rage would be amazing, but never. Yeah. Jeff was reminded today that we still haven't received our copy of Little's The Store from that accidental half-price sale. Wonder when that'll be heading our way. I don't know. It's got Of Mice and Men vibes. Yeah, it did. Blaze did. I don't know. Cemetery Dance. Now, I was going to say, in 2 times in as many weeks, I've been talking to people who I respect very much. 2 different people, 2 different conversations, and they both said very nice things about Richard Chismar. So I'm going to give him a pass this week. But where the hell is my Bentley Little book? You know what it took for me to order a Bentley Little book from Cemetery Dance? It's like my enemies partnered up to hurt me, But I did. And where is it? That book is almost out in the lettered edition format, I believe. Levidian. Oh, if you're not subscribing, if you're not supporting Brian James Freeman on Patreon, you should. He gave a sneak peek at his next title, and oh my God, I am so pissed off. I can't buy. I'm doing a buying freeze. I think I told you guys that. And this title that I'm going to miss out on, it kills me. It like crushes Beef Daddy, and I'm not even as big as a White Castle burger. Like Beef Daddy isn't even like steamed beef. I'm not. I'm like. I'm not even like the beef juice. Oh, Levidian is going to do a mega awesome title, and I hope I'm going to have to live vicariously through you guys. Please show me what it is and make me sorry. Um. So yeah, that I am waiting and waiting and waiting. So did you get or hear about your Dark Regions offspring? I just got a shipping notice today. So I only bought it. I mean, let's slow down, Ron. I only bought it in 2018. November 1st, 2018. I bought Offspring from Dark Regions Press, and I got the shipping notice today. Today being March, whatever, 2023. I don't know what day it is. Okay, 6th. I almost said 7th. So, see, I would have been wrong. It's 6th, March 6th, 2023. So it's like basically 5 years ago, you know? Um, Also, where the hell is that Gothic hardcover? Don't get me started. Don't even get me started. I know that's bullpucky, keeping it nice for the pizza giraffe. Oh my god, I can't wait for next Levidian. I know, am I right? No, Ron, we can't give a hint. I won't give a hint. I mean, Brian James Freeman gave hints. Oh man. Well, what do you think I'd be grieving over? And I think that's the hit. Hey, Jeff. Now those are the shelves you deserve. Oh man, how many? Tell me about it. These are the Billies. Billy, William, Bill, Billiam, and Willie. They got my back. My Billies, Billy boys, Wild Bills. Yes, I cannot give you a hint. Speaking of Levidian, guesses on the price point for that next book. It'll probably be $1.25. That's usually about 125 for a Levidian numbered edition, and it's going to be beautiful. And actually, it's a book by this author that I've wanted to read because I wasn't sure if I read this book or one of the author's other books, and I've gotten them mixed up in my brain. But I got to read it. I don't even think I have a copy. Oh, I'm not going to look in the direction of that author. So forget that. I'm not even going to do that because he trusted me. Brian James Freeman trusted me with his secrets, his dirty, nasty secrets. Oh, probably $1.25. $1.25. I'm on a Brian freeze also, but I'm cracking the ice, and the wife already knows. I know, but damn, you gotta stick to it. You just have to stick to it. Okay, so Richard Chismar posted a link to his followers to order Pet Cemetery from CD, but club members did not get the link or anyone else. Well, I will say someone served me up the link to order Pet Cemetery, and you know what Beef Daddy did? He passed. Bind freeze. What do you think it means? You think I'm not a joke? Can't wait for that Levidian book. I know. Ugh. Evening, Peter's here. Peter's here. So you're not buying the next Sun Tub, Jeff? Oh, Mike, I'm telling you, a buying freeze is what it is. That next Sun Tub book, not this week, but next week. Say it ain't Poe. I mean, he already kind of said it was Poe. Let me just say, I've seen the art. Chef's kiss. Mwah. I will do it as now. Mwah. Mwah. 2 more times. Every time I'm told to stop, 2 more times. Okay, but I went on CD website and searched Doubleday and found the link. I got the gift and the artist edition. The artist edition is $3.75. I have $50 in CD and money in the CD account. Pet Cemetery is one of my all-time favorite King books. It may be it's in my top 10. That list shifts around all the time. The Shining, Pet Cemetery, oh, The Stand. I mean, we all know this. Pet Cemetery is genius, and it has the best ending in all of Kingdom. Best ending. And I said, nope, not going to do it. I mean, they're not going to have a problem selling out. People are going to scramble on the secondary and pay more. But god damn, it's like that's an artist edition, $3.75. They're probably going to have paper like Night Shift. And maybe it'll never get published. I'm tired of waiting. I mean, so there are many factors other than a buying freeze. So, you have far too much faith in my memory. Oh, wait. If you were part of the previous discussions here where guesses were made of what the book was, they were correct. Yes. Well, I'm not going to. Yes. Well, Jason said it, not me. Link to order Pet Cemetery from CD is gone now. Yeah, not a bad move to take it down. I just couldn't do it. Got my matching thunderstorms today. Nice. Good, Peter. Glad to see it arrived. They arrived, and you're good. You're good now. I actually canceled my SST Chismar today. As much as I want to support SST, I don't want to support Chismar at all. Well, see, I think Chismar got paid whatever he was going to get paid from Paul Fry. So it's not like a trade edition situation. When they do limited editions, I think they don't pay the author. They pay the author, I believe, and that maybe every publisher is different, but I think they pay money to the publisher for the right to do their work as a limited edition. And then that's done. They're paid up front, and whatever that publisher sells the books for, no money makes it back to the author. So you could still get your Chismar book without worrying about Richard getting additional funds. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, the new Levidian book. I went to Patreon and found it. Awesome. I know. Shush. Why did I have to bring it up? I have to finally give up my Suntup number seat along with Jeff. Well, meet me in the bar car on this last train ride. We'll clink glasses and we'll smoke Drew Estates. Comic book voice guy. Worst chef's kiss ever. Mwah. Mwah. 2 for you, Hans. 2 for you. I got my Cemetery Dance arc for Pet Cemetery anyway. Well, good. Good on you, Hans. And I don't begrudge anybody. It looks awesome. That Pet Cemetery, the artwork's amazing. I know the story is awesome, so I know that much as well. But the art is mwah. So if you get it, I don't blame you. And if you get the artist edition, I don't blame you. I would rather get the artist edition than the gift edition. But if I were to buy any of them, I'd get the gift one because I don't think there's enough. There's not like a new signature. It's just a tray case. Did anyone order The Living Dead from SST and have you received it? I saw someone on Twitter showing their newly received copy, but I haven't gotten. Things coming out of SST have been super slow. Royal Mail is jeffing with Paul. And so we got to have patience with SST right now. I'm waiting on Terror Is My Business, No Sleep to Wonderland. I saw people getting that. I'm getting a couple of arcs from him. So I got a lot of stuff coming from Paul. And the watchword is just wait and be patient. It's I actually told him, he actually sent me replacements one time. And the books showed up, so I dubs, and I felt horrible, and I apologized up and down. But So I ordered The Living Dead. Haven't gotten shipping notice yet. Sometimes you don't get shipping. I'm waiting for my SST mailbox surprise. Peter, I did not guess as I had no idea. I've never read anything by the author, though I'm likely one of the only folks here that hasn't. Jason, if you like Stephen King, but you said you're not a big King fan, you would like this author. You would really, I don't know. I can't speak. If you don't like King, usually King is a no-brainer. If you like King, you'll like this author. And I would say this author has tremendous value outside of King. It's just unfortunate that this author is always compared to King. He's awesome. He's just awesome. And there are several I could recommend to you, but then I'll give it away. Potato is sometimes when the cringe is just too much. When you give me the poison ivy touch, I have to close my eyes and hide. That's for you, Potato. This one goes out to you. Mwah. When the cringe is just too much. Hope you never step into that trap again, because Potato, you will lose. I pre-ordered the CD King Double Days AEs via Mindy's secret link back in the day, so I'm getting them whether I want them or not. Whether you're alive or not, Peter. Okay, thanks. Okay, so yeah, good to know. I got my 3 arcs after 2 months last week, but I've seen a few on social that I haven't gotten yet. The CD artist editions for Salem's Lot and The Shining both have better dust jackets. Well, that's subjective. I actually, yeah, I agree. Salem's Lot has a better dust jacket. I got the gift edition, but that Palumbo art is just mwah. I'm gonna have to rename this Chef's Kiss. No, we'll call it Jeff's Kiss. Dumbass. It's not Chef's Kiss. It's Jeff's Kiss. Mwah. Mwah, mwah. New Hannibal Rising. Coming soon. It's coming. It's coming soon. Haven't read Pet Sematary, though. I've watched the movie from the 80s, which is the good one to watch. The remake from 2014, 2018. I don't know what year it was. Garbage. I would not watch that one. It's stupid. I own a few titles by the author, just haven't gotten to them yet. Both the ones I own were SST editions. I do plan to buy this Levidian, though. Duh! Intriguing, Jeff. Now I'm thinking it's the next Hill book or McCammon's Matthew Corbett anthology. Let me just say, it's not a Matthew Corbett anthology. There's a Levidian email hinting at the 4 books projected for 2023, and one of those 4 is a Joe Hill. So that can't be the one we are talking about. No, there was a Pet Sematary remake, and it was poorly acted. It was horrible. It actually had John Lithgow in it as Judd. And I like John Lithgow. Remember him in Dexter? Best season of Dexter was with John Lithgow. Damn! Bomb diggity. Not like that Jimmy Smith season. Oh, or the 8th one. Gag me with a spoon. Unless, Peter, maybe you're just trying to repress it. Yeah, the only good thing was John Lithgow. Yep. It's Die Hard 2, so I won't acknowledge its existence. Yes. Yes, Peter, not very good. Yep, my favorite King movie is Cujo. I got to watch it again. Guessing the new next Joe Hill from Levidian will be Nosferatu, and I have the beautiful IDW limited of that already. So I mean, I'm hoping these authors, these publishers, slow down on their releases until my buying freeze is over. Maybe can I tell them all to wait? If I did not enjoy the original Pet Sematary movie, would you still recommend the book? Yes. Yes, I still would. Mrs. Creed, I forgot Louis Creed's wife's name in the book. I didn't like the actress who played her in the movie. She looked like China Phillips from Wilson Phillips. Potato, you want me to sing a few bars of Hold On One More Day by Wilson Phillips? I know there is pain, but you hold on for one more day and you break free from the chains. Rachel, yes. I didn't like the actress. She's the only dud, I think. I actually like the original Pet Cemetery. Yeah, me and Potato watched it. The new Pet Cemetery and Firestarter films were watered down cash grabs. Oh yeah, I'm not shocked. I'm hoping Brian is doing them in order and its horns. But Nosferatu would be great too. Oh, really? It's Nosferatu? Huh, in the UK? How long is your buying freeze, Jeff? I don't know. I really don't know. I fear for the new Salem's Lot movie, but also will also stink. I guarantee it will. In my opinion, there really isn't any such thing as a Stephen King movie. I just don't like them. They don't translate. And I think there's a good reason. Stephen King is too folksy. I don't know. His style clashes with movies. But it from the 2017 or whatever, the Andy Muschiarelli, I don't know what his last name is. I don't know how to say it. His It chapter 1 and 2, awesome. I loved him. So there's hope. Lol, Jeff, that's me. I've been praying no one will announce anything new for a month or so. Yeah. I just have to get to the end of April. I lost out on Suntop Letters Horns this week. I'm so ticked. Someone snuck in and snatched it first. Damn. That Lettered Horns is a behemoth. New Children of the Corn movie comes out soon. I heard horrible things about that. Why? Oh, I'm getting notes. This is really bothering producer Jill. So now I'm going to have to talk like this the rest of the night. Okay. No, there are a lot of great Stephen King movies. I don't know, man. I don't know. What about Shawshank? Yes. Stand By Me? Yes. I did like those. Green Mile? Yes. Okay, there are some. Yes. For sure. So yeah, I think that by and large, there aren't many. By and large. I mean, because there's so many movies. I liked the Stand miniseries because it was faithful to the book, but I mean, I'm talking about the first one. I didn't see the Whoopi Goldberg one. Good King movies. Carrie, Dead Zone, Christine. We saw Christine the other day. I disagree with you on that, Hans. Completely avoidable deaths. The big baddie gets run over in a very slow. He's kind of trotting down the middle of the road when he could run off in any direction. But no, I'm just going to run a little bit faster than this car. And then when the car guns it, I'm going to be a flaming pile of turds in the middle of the street. Yeah, some of King's best movies were not really horror. Gerald's Game is supposed to be good. The Midnight Mass dude, what's his name? Michael Flanagan, right? Gerald's Game was awesome. I liked that movie. So I'm eating crow, okay? I'm eating crow. Yeah, Mike Flanagan. Misery. Oh, yes, Misery. Yes. The Shining is not only a great adaptation, it's better than the book. Oh, Chad. Oh, that's like at two, Brute? At two, Chad? At two, you stabbed me. Oh, I thought nothing could hurt worse than this poison ivy. And then Chad said, "Hold my rapture." And he stabbed me. Oh, my heart. My heart, Secret Window. Fine, I will fight you about Christine. No, it was not a good movie. Then that portly gent could have just jumped on Christine. But no, he waits patiently until Christine rams herself through that little narrow passage to hit him in the legs, which is apparently fatal. If you hit somebody in the legs with a car, it kills them instantly, if not sooner. It goes back in time and kills them as a baby. I don't know. Made no sense. That guy, he wasn't that big. He could have just jumped on the car. Easily avoidable death. Oh, and then the end. Oh, oh, me and Potato watched it. Oh, we loved it. It was for the charm. Maximum Overdrive. I hear Jeff is a huge fan of Graveyard Shift. It's the best King adaptation. Lawnmower Man is the worst King adaptation. Lawnmower Man. I love Maximum Overdrive so much. Well, that's the King. King wrote it and directed it. So Dark Half. I don't really remember. Yes, I agree, Chad. And also Misery was great. Yeah. I heard that Jack Nicholson didn't even wear makeup throughout it. He was just that scary looking. I think Kubrick's Shining was a good movie, but a poor adaptation. Amen, Peter. Thanks for having my back. Hey, while you have my back, can you pull Chad's knife out? It's stuck there. That hurt, Chad. Others have seen the light. The most underrated King movie is Cat's Eye with Drew Barrymore. I forgot all about that. Isn't that like, doesn't it have Quitters Inc. and then a couple other things? Wasn't it like an anthology movie? Amazing movie, great performance. Oh, Christine, Jeff's kiss. We're doing it from now on. Lawnmower Man. Oh, that was a stinker. And they bought the title of the movie and they said, "Hey, do you mind if we put your name on it?" And King's like, "I don't care. I just did this whole desk full of cocaine. You could put my name on it if you pay me. You pay the king and kiss the ring. And then I'm going to do this cocaine and write a book." I thought Dead Zone was a good movie. I love Cronenberg, but I have not read the book. I've done both, but they've been so long ago. Use number 17 for a Jeff Terry knife rack. Oh, use number 17 for a Jeff Terry. Yes, a knife rack. Go ahead. Chad does it. Chad stores his knives there. Big whoop. No big whoop. Oh, Flash is out of here. He has had too much of the cringe. Good night, Flash. I'll pour you some cringe juice with pulp. Yeah, The Ledge, Quitters Inc., and a new story about a gremlin versus a cat. I remember that. I really enjoyed the 90s miniseries of it. I did too at the time, and then upon a rewatch, I realized, wow, this is I don't know what the word, kitschy, campy, I don't know. Have you seen Room 213? Bunch of nonsense. Most of it, but interesting if you like the movie. Most underrated King movie is called Disciples of the Crow. It's based on Children of the Corn and came out a year before the 80s movie. It's on YouTube and only about 20 minutes long. Nice and gritty. Awesome. That sounds cool. Amazon has a making of for that and how it affected the town. Oh, in Canada? In Canada? I don't include dollar babies. Room 237, I've seen that. Interesting stuff. Disciples of the Crow is a dollar baby. Oh, okay. I've forgotten again. What was the story about the ancient monster stored in a box under the stairs? The crate, I think. Is that it? The crate? That was in Creep Show. The crate? I don't know. I mean, the crate. I'm going to say it again. Sometimes I get stuck in a loop and it takes some rapture. Knock me out of it. Sounds interesting for sure. I'll check it out. Thanks for the recommendation. There is a great adaptation of Battleground from Daydreams and Nightmares TV series. Creep Show. Has everyone seen the UK version of Boys in the Valley? Isn't that a great cover? The isolation of the building is amazing and fits perfectly. Yes, I love it. I gotta order it. I forgot about Forbidden Planet. I think there may be a couple of ways I can get around the buying freeze, and if they're very cheap editions, affordable editions, I think maybe I can talk to people. I could sell some of my blood or something, plasma. I don't know. Maybe I could do that, but but I'm buying time with my brain, doing that 7-second delay thing again because I don't have a button here to silence me. So yeah, I mean, what else is coming from? Or you could sell me a signed bag of, but why does everybody want them signed bag of bones? They're very emotionally connected to the Beef Daddy. It's the only time I ever met my childhood hero. You know, it's like, it's some powerful juju. I mean, I would give away a Dark Man before I would sell a bag of bones. And besides, you would not be willing to pay what I would charge for that bag of bones. My let go price of that bag of bones, 2 G's. Oh, did I say 2 G's? I meant 5. I won't let it go for nothing. But it comes with a slipcase that I won't send. I'll keep it. Oh, man. Yeah, I could sell books, you know, but I think we mentioned this before. The books I want to sell, nobody wants to buy. And the books I have that are worth money, I don't want to sell. So you have more Dark Man to give away? Yeah, Mitch. Yeah, I really put myself out on a limb by actually picking the name that got served up. When I saw Mitch, I just said, "Oh, this will look bad." He's my dealer. He's the one that, you know, gives me my fix. He sends me Rapture in syringes, and I just inject it now. That's how far advanced I am, you know. Rapture rubber bands, you just but yeah, I don't have any more Dark Men to give out. How much for Blood Meridian? Oh, Blood Meridian. I will sell that for $2,895.82. Exactly. Or 3,000. So what do you say when it comes to a slipcase? You mean it doesn't come in a slipcase, strictly speaking? So when you say it comes in a slipcase, my bag of bones is way up here. I have 2 of them. I'm not going to pass up an opportunity to get it out. I had Jeff Wiley out of the UK craft this slipcase for me. I gave him measurements, and he crafted it. And this is a first edition signed bag of bones in Mylar protection, protected in Mylar, and it is still has the ticket to the event at Harold Washington. Jill just came back in the room, man. And I still have it in there. So that's your Providence, you know, right? And then there's a signature. He signed it right in front of my face. Oh, what a feeling. It's better than dancing on a ceiling. And then I also have the promotional magazine they gave and so on. But I had to get a slipcase made. So it for only $6,500, you can get this book with the slipcase, and I'll throw in shipping for another for a total of $7,500. You can have that for only $8,000. It can be yours on your shelf. Practically $9,000. So that's what I did. Because, you know, Sweet Baby Biscuits. That Blood Meridian is a choice prime cut of book. It's Jeff's kiss. Mwah. Your bag of bones slipcase video was how I found you. Oh, back in the day. Yeah, I make silly videos. Every try plumbing, Jeff? Ever try plumbing? Oh, maybe be a plumber? I don't know what he's saying, producer Jill. Plumbing? Oh, I showed plumber's crack. I did? I showed ass? Oh, damn, I didn't know that. Well, it got a little blue, but it is of a certain time. I didn't have poison ivy there. I'm sorry. I'm not. I can edit that out. Nobody's going to understand that comment because I'm going to clip that part like that. Yeah, that Blood Meridian is bonkers gorgeous. I should be getting my numbered slaughterhouse tomorrow. I could cry. I say Slafter house. Slafter. Thank you. We need to buy Jeff a step ladder so that doesn't happen again. I can't. Was it that bad? I didn't see, but it was too late. Oh, I gotta pull my pants up. Damn. I always wonder. Do you know? Do you not know your ass is hanging out? Now I know. They don't know. They don't know. I didn't know. That's going to derail the rest of the evening. The rest of our evening got a little blue. Or some suspenders. Since Jill won't show us her shelves, can you tell us what's on them? Oh, the only thing recognizable. Oh, this is going to lead to a Jill story. Oh, no. Yeah. Jill, you can't buy gifts for Jill. You can't. You cannot buy gifts for Jill. Number one, she doesn't want you to buy anything for her. Number two, you do go out of your way to buy her something you like. You know what she does? She asks you what you pay. And because you're married, she'll know. So you tell her. You know what she does? That's step one. Step one. How much do you pay for this? Step two. She finds it cheaper. Then she tells you, I found it cheaper. That's step three. Rubs your nose in it. So now you feel like, why should I ever give a gift again? She's done this to me on a set of design books, on Abyssal vacuum cleaner. What else? Oh, I can't even think. Oh, Martha Stewart book. Remember that? It was a short time where she was all the rage. We weren't very serious. And yeah, three things I could call off the top of my head. 3 gifts I gave her. Yes, it is tacky to give someone Abyssal Crosswave, but she asked for it. Oh, okay. So we're going to show this. Okay. The visual display of quantitative information straight off of Jill's shelf, and it's signed. No ass crack involved. You didn't have, and it is signed by Edward Tufty. I was corrected. So that's fresh off of her shelves. There's also a Harry Potter set, a pop-up book of the alphabet that I bought her because she needed to learn the alphabet. But that's about it. Lau, what about that 10? What about 10K? It might, okay, for 10K, I'll let it go. And then you just pay another 5,000 in shipping. Video demonetized for sure. Blue Moon. Are you kidding? Make the plumber crack your banner, bruh. You should keep that plumber's crack clip behind a paywall. Oh, yeah, it's my OnlyFans. Oh, yeah, Hans said it. OnlyFans. Love it. It's her unread copy of Dune. Oh, getting the digs in. Yeah. I mean, where is she? That's what makes her a good producer. Greetings and salutation, friends. Bet you missed my ass, Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr. I wonder if CP will ever make trade editions of the Dune series. That'd be nice to have. Yeah, I think from Jared's perspective, there are so many trade editions of Dune out there that why would he do that? Why would he go after that? He does a limited, I don't know. The unsigned were the traded. Yeah, that's true. The unsigned for $600 were trade editions. Most expensive trade editions you'd ever want. You could buy like 20 regular trade editions for that one book. So, man, ass crack aside, we talked about Levidian. We talked about the Chiz. We talked about Dark Regions Press sending me Offspring, which I bought in 2018. Could you imagine if you bought something in 2018 and didn't get it until 2023? What other business can get away with that? None other. None other. Even Edward Tufte would get you the book sooner than that. Tufte with his ass crack hanging out. Sadly, I wasn't on the list for the Dune. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that people missed out. I mean, that is the nature of limited editions, you know. And oh, I have something stuck here. Is it like ass hair? Oh, it's probably beard hair. Let's see how the poison ivy's doing. Look at that. Oh, look at that poison ivy. Oh, that's gorgeous. I nominate that next week's show be billed Into the Crack. I was going to go with Jeff's Kiss, but Into the Crack. I like that. I think I bought my CD stand in 2018. You probably did. I think I bought mine in 2019. Yeah. Jeez. Oh. Once Centipede's Dune Messiah arrives, I'm probably going to sell it and Dune, both the signed numbers, and hop off that train. Just can't see continuing on it for the entire series. And I don't want to deprive someone who wants to be part of it. Yeah, I think that's a good thing. I mean, Dune has such rabid fans, and that's a noble thing to do. And you'll make a lot of money, because I didn't think the next subsequent titles were going to be as much as the first one. But Dune Messiah was expensive. When's the next trip to McKay's? I don't know. I'm going to have to get over there. I'm going to have to make a special trip when the buying freeze thaws out, maybe. I think we all know which other publisher would pre-order a book in 2018 and ship it in 2023. Usher's Passing Lettered. Yeah, I'm waiting on that one too. All my old pre-orders. I got them in order of when they were ordered, and Usher's Passing, Mallory from Dark Regions Press, and Offspring. I mean, come on, it's just. I mean, but I'm saying, like, apart from publishers, what other business, what other industry could just delay delivering goods for 5 years? Because you know the money you gave them has been spent years ago. And they've not fulfilled on their promises, so nobody wants to pick them up on any future offers because they're still waiting for the past. But that publisher needs the money to keep the lights on, to keep the babies fed, you know? Uh-oh. What's blasphemy? Oh, selling it? It's going to be 2030 before we get our hardcover guy. I don't think so. I think that'll be coming soon. Does anyone like the new Dune movie? I think people liked it. Anyone else get a PayPal bill for next bill? Yes, I had that on the list. I will talk about it. Jason, I keep trying to reignite my interest in classic sci-fi, which is never that strong to begin with, and it just doesn't seem to be working. I'll just read Gothic on Kindle. I doubt I'll be alive to see that hardcover. You'll get it. I think that'll be soon. What was the price quote for Messiah? I think it was $5.75. I just got Usher's Passing, mint first edition. Love it. Damn, that's nice. That's nice. But, you know, when you pay for a lettered edition, you kind of want it. Understandable. I'm in it for the long run. Love that series, and Jared is doing a fine job. Yes. Or $5.50. Okay. That's what it costs. Peter, they're undeniably, stunningly beautiful books. 570 shipped. Okay. If you read Dune, didn't love it to death, it's probably best to move on. Yeah, Sheridan Le Fanu. Le Fanu. Um, that's the other thing. Borderlands, because Thomas Monteleone torched his entire career, just decided to send people bills because they know nobody's voluntarily going to buy books from him anymore. So this is their business plan. We'll just tell people to pay us. People are getting invoices for the next next book in the Little Book series. And they weren't even ordering from that series previously, but they're getting invoices. And that doesn't mean they're going to pay them, but because no funds are withdrawn until you agree to pay it. But I think they're just playing a numbers game. Hey, we'll send everybody an invoice, and then most people will just delete it. But some people might pay. We gotta try something. I just am a hateful individual, and I'm never going to sell a book again. I will say that the Dune series benefits greatly from rereads. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out. Yeah. We're just going to, and hello to you, RA, all the way out there in Hawaii in the middle of the Pacific Ocean where certain places never ship. But yeah, that is a bold strategy. Nobody wants to buy from me, so I'll just tell them they have to. Works for the government. Maybe it'll work for me. Look at me topping off my drink that's already topped. I'm just trying to make the Jeff Ward stout. Because when the feelings are too much and I just want a little touch, I close my eyes and hide. I want to hold you till I die. Till we both break down and cry. I want to show some ass crack on YouTube tonight. Ass crack. Yeah, if I'm going to be demonetized, let's just do it. Let's go full demonetized. Let's go out with a bang, I can't believe I did that. Cringe. Oh, does that make you cringe? Potato, I will sing the cringe song. First, I got to make the cringe song. I'll be a bit amazed if Borderlands and Gauntlet are still in business 5 years from now. I really don't see a future for them. So, do I get the Borderlands little books? So, I do get the Borderlands little books, and I still buy them, and I did not get this email you were ranting about. Oh, man, he just wants to burn every bridge. To the regular customers, you're not going to get anything. And he's going to chase randos. I didn't get the email either, but I've seen a lot of people in forums and thereabouts saying, why am I getting an invoice for a series I don't collect? Jill is going to cut you off. Oh, she tried several times this evening, RA. She really did. She intimidated me. She did the Teamster thing and she just sat there. Teamsters would intimidate you just by walking in the room. They'd stand there, and they'd be a presence, and they'd remind you that you're a union guy and you can't rat on other union guys. And they would just be in the room. So that's what she did. She just showed up. I don't see Borderlands being around in 2 years. So you're talking about the Fuchsia book of Fears? Yeah, Le Fanu. He sent me an invoice. See? Fuchsia. That's what I thought I said, but I had so much stout. Fuchsia. What book was the invoice? Yeah, I think it was the Sheridan Le Fanu. Le Fanu? Fanu? I don't know. The Dead Author, right? These are all classic works introduced by new authors. Reared. Reared. Hans needs to know, was he able to buy the book? Oh, I got a little bit of sun too. I got to tan my peach. I got to tan my peach. We planted some fruit trees. Peaches are coming in real good. Yes, the next little book is Le Fanau. Le Fanau. Le Le F U. I don't know. Is that like Pepe Le Pew had it and he just said Le F U? I don't know. I only see letters. I don't see words anymore. I just see letters. Oh, so what else do we have to talk about? So I did apologize for the hype over the long walk. I'm sorry. I did. I have that. I just want to reiterate. No one feels worse than me. Um, then there is The Visiting Maze is on sale next week from Centipede Press. E.T. E.T. phone home. Apparently, E.T. says home phone. A little bit of a Mandela effect going on in your brain. I want the Edgar Allan Poe little book edited by Philip Fracassi. You see, that's where Beef Daddy's dilemmas come in. That's where the dilemmas come in because it's a Philip Fracassi signature. So hopefully Borderlands doesn't announce it for some time. I'm excited for that new Cisco collection. So that's next week. And then one thing was really cool. I don't know. I just got intrigued by this. Even though Jared says it's like 2 or 3 years out, Picnic at Hanging Rock by Joan Lindsay. That looks cool. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about that book. But I think I might want it. And he says it's 2 or 3 years out. I'll probably be dead by then. But if I'm not, who knows? Maybe that'll be one Beef Daddy adds to the Billies. I don't know. I want to hold you till I die. Till we both break down and cry. The cringe in me. Philip hasn't even received the pages yet for signing. So he doesn't even have the signature sheets. Borderlands ain't going to exist for much longer. You know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Suntop next week. Slaughterhouse 5 this week. I'll show it even though Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr. doesn't want to see it. What would happen to your books if you died, Jeff? Oh my gosh. Producer Jill would have a Who's Laughing Now sale. That's what she would call it. Who's laughing now, funny guy? Or she'll call it the Last Laugh sale. And she'll sell like the Suntop books for like garage sale prices. Because she knows wherever I am, I'm howling in pain. You sold Blood Meridian for 25 cents. That's what. So stick around. When I die, she's gonna have a fire sale like you wouldn't believe. Then Borderlands will just get bought by Barry Hoffman at Gauntlet. Yeah, he'll subsume that entity. I keep waiting to see if Jared is going to get any Vance out this year. I know he's been working on Dying Earth, but it may not make it. He's a busy guy. He doesn't he doesn't think he will get to them until 2024. Huh. Yep. Have them buried with you. Well, my plan was to have a Jeff Ward mausoleum. And in the mausoleum, there'd be no other no coffins. It'd just be a room. I'd be stuffed and put in a chair. And the wall would be all my books would be there. And once a week, someone has to come and swap the book that I'm holding out. Because I'm going to be sitting in a chair with reading glasses on, mummified, of course. And then somebody has to come and put a new book in my hand once a week and refill my stout. That's what I want when I die. And if I can't get that mausoleum library, then I want to be buried in a bookcase with my books. Yes. So like you're going to have to buy 3 plots, cemetery plots, and you're going to have to bury me in the middle of a bookcase and all the books around me, of course. So that's what I want. So we'll see. Can I negotiate the Blackburns with her now? Oh man, then she'll have incentive to murder me. I don't know. Jeff's mausoleum will have shelves. Yeah, for sure. Oh, producer Joe promised me your bag of bones. I have two of them. So I have two signed ones. Both come with the ticket and a slipcase. Two of them. You can't get both of them. Yeah, he wants the Blackburns, Jill. Jason Geis gets the Blackburns. Jill, if that happens, can I pre-order the lettered Suntop right now for 50 cents? I have two. You have to specify. Jeffter Peace Theater. I'll review all offers. Oh, look at this. She's planning it now. I want the job of putting Bentley Little books in Jeff's hands at his tomb. You know what? If you can make a pilgrimage and then you show up, you sign the book, you sign the guest list, and then you put the book in there. But if you put a Bentley Little book in, you have to push a button where I scream for the next week. Dies from cringe. Oh, yes, that sentence is cringe too. Don't burn the books. That was a joke. Oh, nobody's going to burn them. Nobody's going to burn them. No. Yes, one for me and one for that other guy. It's one of those technically Jill's bag of bones. Yes. Yes. That is technically correct. Bentley Little and Chismar. I want the copy of the Beach Boys in the Valley. Oh, that's a $50,000 book. Oh, there are going to be bidding wars. Hey, Russell, good to see you. Thank you. Thank you, Russell. I'm so glad you're here. I call dibs on your McCammon. All of them? I got a lot of McCammon. This is pretty grim, but I like it. I approve. Yes, it is. And thank you for noting. Yes. Okay. So that's going to get you the Blackburns, Jason. Oh, this actually cures poison ivy. It doesn't cure cringe. It actually causes cringe. The CDC says that with the ingestion of Jeff Ward Stout, the cringe goes up exponentially. And teenage daughters are most affected by cringe. Hey, I hope you put on your cringe belt. It's a couch. On a couch, she has this belt. She puts it on because the cringe gets real after 9 or so around here. The one thing that is true, and producer Jill will attest to this, I'm no different off camera than I am on camera. Like, I'm not a different person. I am this annoying all the time. I mean, seriously. It's bad. Does it cure pizza giraffe? I'm stuck as a pizza giraffe. But you know what the thing is? You don't need to be cured. You've evolved into this form, this life form that brings joy to so many giraffe and or pizza loving people. So there you go. I mean, you're great. So what else? What else do I have to talk to about? I went over everything on my list. Every single thing. I'm waiting for my arc of Boys in the Valley. Haven't gotten it. Other people have, and they've rubbed my nose in it. So that's been pleasant. And it seems like I am on not just a buying freeze, but a shipping freeze. All these people are not sending me my rightful, and it's not just Cemetery Dance. And to their credit, they try, but the post office doesn't want me to have it. Giraffe made a pizza, or a giraffe that eats exclusively pizza, or pizza topped with giraffe? It's actually, I think, a giraffe that delivers pizzas, but you can't get them because it's up so high. Hey, Jeff, next time I'm in Tennessee, we're going to hit up McKay's. Okay, McKay's. Okay. You know, like that guidance counselor on South Park? That's every time I see McKay's, I think, okay. Right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I don't watch TV anymore. But a pizza giraffe is the best kind of giraffe. It is. Although they are poached for their mushrooms and pepperoni. I got mine, Jeff. It's goddamn amazing. Oh, do I got to show my ass crack again to get a Boys in the Valley arc? It's giraffe mixed as a pizza and a giraffe, and it delivers pizza. See? I mean, it is all mushrooms are amazing. That's fine because TV watches you. You know, when I was a little kid, I mean, this is probably when my schizophrenia kicked in. I was sitting there watching some sitcoms on TV. Back in the day, the TV told you what to watch. You didn't tell the TV anything. You sat there and you shut up. You got in front of that box when it told you to get in front of that box, and you shut your mouth, because if you didn't, you would miss out on important programming. You shut your mouth. And while we were sitting there during a commercial break, because you didn't move your ass during the commercials to get anything, because you didn't know when that show was coming back on, and you couldn't record anything because this was the 80s. But I was sitting there and I remember thinking, we're watching them. Who's watching us? And then I realized we're all living in a simulation. I was red pilled. And if you missed it, it was gone forever. Yep. That you had to look at a book that came with the newspaper. I mean, I know these are all weird phrases to a lot of people. You would get a TV guide in the Sunday paper, and it would tell you what you would watch for the next week, and you would plan your week that day. Oh, Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving special is going to be on ABC on Tuesday. I will get the Jiffy Pop when I go to the grocer's on Monday. And that's how we lived. I don't know how we survived. Then we got these, and it's been downhill ever since. Speaking of Bentley Little, I'd advise skipping The Consultant on Netflix. My wife and I binged that over the weekend, and while it starts strong, it really loses its way, like a Bentley Little book. Someone make a legend for Mitch. What? Make a legend? Oh, yes. Make a legend. You're going to have key. Yes, we're going to have to make this stuff. Mitch needs like a weekend seminar. He has no idea what life was like 5 minutes ago, a roguelike video game. No, life is a video game. Yeah. You know what? That's true. Life is like a video game. They said we are living in an existence where the world just outside your sight hasn't been rendered yet, like a video game. Oh, I'm getting canceled. I just kind of zone out when you all talk about old people stuff. Aliens are the gamers. And then I'm an NPC. The aliens made me show ass crack. It wasn't my fault, officer. We had a Sunday TV supplement in our Boston Globe called TV Week. And when I was 9 years old, I would grab it first thing Sunday morning and circle all the horror movies. That's awesome. I know. It was legitimate, it was a real deal. You would get it. And then there was a thing called the TV Guide, and it was a thick book. And that actually was the first place when The Shining was a miniseries on TV. That TV Guide contained the long lost prologue to The Shining called Before the Play. And isn't that awesome? It was the first place you could get it was in a TV Guide. TV Guide was the bomb. I planned my entire week so I could watch the most horror movies, even if I had to steal the kitchen TV at 2 a.m. and sneak it into my room to watch King Kong versus Godzilla. Wow. In contrast, The Last of Us on HBO has been terrific. I know. We did the temporary free trial period, and we got through like 4. How many episodes, Jill? 4? They were good. That is some good TV. Good storytelling. Late night Saturday night, I believe. Oh, do you remember when I had a job at a pizza parlor? I worked till 2 in the morning and they would have Freddy's Nightmares on. Oh, Freddy Krueger. GTFO here. OO here? Freddy Krueger. What an anti-hero. Sure, he murdered children with a glove, but he was quick with the wit. He'd cut you with his fingers and his tongue. Um, Teachers were calling home suspicious as to why I was so tired in school. Yeah, that and the cocaine. Right. We looked in a book to find out when shows were on TV, which we had to get up to change the channel. Yeah, the children were the remote controls. You couldn't just sit back and will anything. Nowadays, you just yell in the kitchen or wherever you have your smart speaker and you tell her to play music. Please no The Last of Us spoilers. I'm waiting to binge. Okay. Well, you're not going to get spoilers from me. I don't do spoilers. Just know it's a really good show. Last of Us is The Walking Dead with a Game of Thrones budget. Really well said. Although I do prefer Walking Dead because that's where my heart is, you know. If you don't mind, I am jealous to know, since you are a bit younger than many of us, do you find yourself more interested in publishers that steer toward more modern books than older stuff? And go, Mitch. Pizza Giraffe has been roaming the earth for a million or a billion or a trillion years, and Pizza Giraffe was founded in 1916. Excellent. Excellent. I'm glad you were founded and you decided to be incorporated, even though you're like, what, a trillion years old? Tales from the Dark Side was a great show. And Tales from the Crypt, yes. If I didn't get up and change the channel for my family, I got The Shoe. The Shoe is soon to be a Bentley Little book. It just kind of depends on the older titles. So yeah, I guess I'm more into the more modern titles for the most part. The Shoe. Parenting of yesteryear. But I'm losing my mind for the Suntup Slaughterhouse. Because he's a college boy. Everyone get the copy of SST's Inspection. It looks amazing. So glad I bought those mailing. No, I didn't. I did not get Inspection yet. I saw it. But my favorite publishers are LP, SST, and Earthling. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's the 5. Suntup, Centipede, Lavinian, SST, and Earthling. And hopefully those 5 publishers don't publish anything for the next year. Earthling did do Inspection amazingly. Amazingly. Yeah, you know what? I got my Mallermans right here. And there's Inspection. No ass crack because I'm keeping it glued to the chair. This time I can learn. So, you know, what's funny is this book seems like The Long Walk with the same sort of graphic treatment of the silhouettes of people. Only these people are lazy and they're standing there. They're waiting for their inspection. This is a good smelling book. Woo! Woo! And then, yes, Modern Classics Series. Josh Mallerman. Yes, Josh Mallerman. Inspection. I believe these are sold out now, but they took a lot longer than I thought they would. Bag of bones, anyone? Bag of bones for the $12,000. Bag of bones right here. 12 large, 12 G's. Oh yeah, and Centipede. I gotta go. Work early. Always a pleasure, Jeff and producer. Just take it easy, Zach Betterton. Take it easy. SST is doing Inspection as well. Yeah, and the cover is amazing. SST, you know, in the UK, man. Like in the UK, so United Kingdom. It's not Untied Kingdom. It's United. And they're doing Inspection, man. I'll be getting it if I ever get it. Yeah, Earthlings inspection was 250. And SST was about 55. But Burger Giraffe is going instead. Oh no. Where? Where's Burger Giraffe going? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is Royal Mail still in the fritz? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Saucebot. Good evening. 1,680 euros for Zagava's Fracassi. I know, the Roman numeral, don't let them get you down. If money were no object, and it sure as hell is an object, I would get that Roman numeral in a heartbeat, but I can't, not for $2,000. Price keeps increasing. That's some inflation. Yep. Yep. I'm about ready to boycott Waterstones. I ordered a book, Hendrix, How to Sell a Haunted House, from them in late January, and it still hasn't shipped. They answered my query with a request for more patience. Well, I mean, it's not a Waterstones problem. It's a Royal Mail problem. SST has the same issue. And, I mean, it sucks. It really does. I have an SST that's been in the mail a while, Final Girl, and a few that are apparently done that I haven't received shipping notices for yet. No Sleep to Wonderland and inspection. I know. I'm waiting for those too. No Sleep and inspection. But I got my Final Girl. Eggs are like one. Royal one, oh, like a billion dollars. Yeah. Royal Mail has been on strike. They're showing the man what they mean. They mean business. So they've been on strike and they've been doing work slowdowns and all that. So there's nothing SST can do about that. Still haven't gotten. We sold our souls. Our Final Girl's going to probably email next week. I did get a shipping notice for them. Yeah, I think Paul Fry will probably just tell you apologies. They'll get to you. He could follow the tracking information and give you updated info maybe, but for the most part, it's out of his hands once it leaves his hands. And gas for cars are like 1 trillion, billion, million, gajillion dollars. You gas and eggs, and if you like your hard-boiled eggs soaked in gas, it's going to cost you a lot of money nowadays. Tell me about it. These prices nowadays. You can't even afford your $1,000 books anymore, it seems. What's a Jeff to do? So that's all the ranting I got tonight. Okay, I see. I support the right to strike for better working conditions, not to get political or anything. I usually do, but as a member of a union, I was in a union for 12 years. And I told the union what I thought of the union, and they didn't like hearing what I thought. And I was represented by them. So I had all their protections, and I gave them all their suggestions on how they needed to uphold their end of the deal. And I don't have a lot of respect for unions. I'm sorry. If anybody here is in a union, it's not a reflection on you. It's just I don't think a lot of unions are still serving a good cause. They've become power hungry blocks. And so anyway, not to get political. I got booked last week, said he shipped December 23rd. He can't help it. Yeah. Dinner bell. Take it easy, Ron. Stay awake. All right, Jill's in here now, so I'm going to have to go. I've been very tempted to buy those Levidian mystery bags, but I figure I'm most likely to end up with either dupes or stuff I don't particularly want. So that's what grab bags do. That's the problem. If you didn't buy it when it was available at first, really don't know if that's something you want now, So it's interesting. I haven't got my Final Girls either. See, solidarity. Try shipping to Australia, sometimes months. Ugh. I love my hard-boiled eggs with a side of gas. No, potato. You soak them in the gas. It's not on the side. And then you have flambe eggs. I got stranded at the Paris airport because they went on strike. You got stranded in Paris? I'd like to get stranded in Australia. You wouldn't want to be in Australia, stranded? The outback? Scared of the bugs and the snakes and the koala bears. They're called drop bears. That's number one decided to show up. Hi, number one. Don't get me started. Don't even get me started. Hard-boiled eggs gives me a side of gas. Oh, look at that. Crocodiles. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got everything you want, honey. We know the names. Welcome to the cringe hole. Gas is the best on its own. I got to call it a night. Good night. Okay, good night, everybody. I'm going to get going. I'll swing the noozle. New Zealand. I've been here. Just forgot to sign in. Oh, okay. I'm just giving you a hard time, number one. Jeff, are you going to boycott the Roadhouse remake? No. I will give it a chance. You know what, Jason? I'm going to start GoFundMe. I'm going to write the novelization of Roadhouse. Jill, do you support that?
What?
I'm going to write the novelization to the movie Roadhouse.
Okay.
Oh, I can give Dalton backstory like you wouldn't believe. Backstory. Oh, forget it. Pain don't hurt. She doesn't support me. All right, good night, everybody. I'm gonna go. Welcome to the jungle. We got eggs and gas. Good night, everyone. Does the Roadhouse remake star Dwayne Johnson? No, I forgot who it is. I forgot who it is. Who's in the Roadhouse remake? I forgot. It doesn't matter though. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I won't like it, but I'll watch it. So good night, and thank you all for being here. It was a fun time. Go have your gas eggs. They are gas eggs. Gas eggs and ass cracks. That's what this show's all about. Books. What are books? All right, I'm gonna go. Glad number one wasn't around to hear that earlier part. But I'll be back when the week is new. Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. But you know what? Maybe he'll get his ass beat. Maybe in the remake, he loses because he's a white man. Good night, everybody. And I will go to sleep and I will dream of ass cracks. Please. And books and chef's kiss.
Oh my gosh.
And cringe. Binge the cringe. And I'll be back when the week is new and I'll have more ideas for you and you'll have things you want to talk about and I will too. Good night, y'all.